What's the word, everybody? And welcome back to another episode of Paper Cut Chronicles. This is our episode 6 of our What's the Word series, and we are fully staffed today. It's a lot of good stuff that we are going to be talking about today. Some good content for you all. The playoffs have been crazy. We done had some crazy stuff going on, some great performances, but with that being said, let's go ahead and get right into it. I am your host, James Sr. I'm here with my co-host, Mac, a.k.a. Pops, and Cam. How we doing, Wes?
Good.
Let's go.
Let's get it. Like I said, we're going to hop right into it. We got some good stuff for y'all today. I'm not sure what series y'all want to talk about first. But let's just
we might as well just talk about.
Let's just go ahead and get
first.
Okay, I guess we can just get that one out the way.
Save the best for last.
Yeah,
we gonna be on that topic for a little minute. Trust me.
For sure already. So the first series that we will talk about, the Thunder eliminate the Suns 4-0. They went 4-0 in the first round the last 3 years, so it's kind of routine for them.
Actually, the only team to beat the Thunder in the Shai Gilgeous-Alexander era in the first round is the Houston Rockets.
Interesting.
Back in the bubble. Yep. That's the only team that ever beat the Shai Thunder in the first round.
Well, it looked like they got out of the bubble there.
Right. But yeah, I mean, good dub. I mean, I'd never seen that the Suns was gonna give them any type of pushback with their roster anyway. But what did you guys kind of think about this series and how it went?
Dylan Brooks is a good basketball player, man.
Most definitely.
Dylan Brooks is really good, and I think his reputation kind of like it skews us away from that, away from really realizing the fact that this dude is an elite defender that can score 20 plus points per game on efficient shooting. But since of his reputation of being like the quote unquote dirty player and I mean the technicals and everything like that, even stuff like that, I think refs also kind of have a perspective of him that like he'll get calls just because he's Dylan Brooks. Like even he could just be playing really good defense. And it really doesn't matter because his name is Dylan Brooks. You don't get a foul call.
What you take away from the Thunder, Pops?
That the Thunder's on their job. I don't understand why we're spending any time on the losers because that's exactly what they are. They're losers. So, I get it, but we got to fill some time, right?
Right.
But yeah, the Thunder machine right now. So we'll just see who can handle putting some kicks in that well-oiled machine because
the Lakers
they look they look unbeatable on the real though. Look unbeatable.
Yeah, they do look crazy.
No, most of they definitely look wild. Like it's a lot of good stuff going on over there. The next series, the Spurs eliminate the Blazers 4-1, which I feel like that should have been a 4-0 series, obviously,
You got the Scoot Henderson game, man.
Yeah, that's the Scoot game. Also, Wemby wasn't there.
It was gonna be 4-1 though. I said.
But it was an anomaly one. You got an injured superstar.
And they won by what, like one?
Yeah, like... And then you got a really good game from Scoot, which Scoot is a capable player and stuff like that. But yeah, like I said,
I didn't even know he was still in the league.
Honestly, this is one of the like number ones that he was number 2.
Yeah,
like these one of those top lottery guys that they've actually just let kind of develop for real. Like they ain't really moved. They haven't moved on from him. I know he's had some minutes troubles and stuff like that, but they kind of just let him rock. And I mean, shoot, you just never know where that's gonna.
I mean, when you're not playing for much, you really don't lose anything.
Yeah, pretty much. But I mean, I know they've been sometimes to where it's like, okay, now, they want impact right away, especially if you're a top guy. So,
Yeah.
I mean, for them to, let him rock and let him do his thing, I like for sure because they do have a nice young core over there. They just need, more experience, probably better coaching and, like, just a better culture over there. I mean, it's a lot of stuff going over there in Portland, so.
Yeah.
But.
No, Portland's gonna be all right actually.
No, they are.
When they get Dame back, and they're gonna have to figure out how those three guys are gonna play together, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if Drew's gonna be on the team next year.
Right.
I doubt
Simply
it.
because they have
There's
so many
no,
guards to
yeah,
play.
they're not gonna feel that thing with all those guards, and then big money though. But I'm not sure what Dame's contract is, whether he's getting like most of his cash from
He's getting most of it from Milwaukee.
Yeah.
so. But I even still, it's about even getting playing time for all that whole backcourt like that. Because
Yeah.
Ivy's pretty much a two guard, even though they put him at three, but he's a two. He handles the ball a whole lot.
Especially because their coach, I mean Chauncey's really, really defensive minded. Like
Yeah.
so having to run a rotation with that many guards, I don't know if he would even be like
Well,
that
he may
accustomed
not
to it.
be coaching them, so.
No, I mean I think he kind of earned himself a spot with how they made the playoffs and everything.
He's gonna be dealing with bill money and
Nah, Chauncey would be good.
Okay, I don't know if you heard about this case.
I know, I heard.
Uh, yeah, it's not looking good for the home team. And I mean those three guys. You know, one domino already fell, but that's another topic, right there.
Right. So we're gonna speed past that one. Shout out to the Spurs. So go ahead and get them up out of here. A surprising one. Not too surprising. Well, actually, I will say surprising one. The Nuggets versus the Timberwolves. You're down, and he's gonna be out he's out indefinitely right now, but he's gonna be out.
They said multiple weeks.
Multiple weeks with the hyperextended knee. Your Dante DiVincenzo's out of there, torn
Towards
Achilles.
ACL or yeah. That was crazy.
That was crazy. That's another zero, dude. Another guy wearing zero, tearing their Achilles. Like crazy, crazy stuff. But you're down those two guys.
And Ayo Dosunmu.
Ayo scores 43 in the game. The next game he's out, and now you're on the shoulders of Jaden McDaniels, Julius Randle, Rudy Gobert, Terrence Shannon went super crazy. But the Nuggets and Timberwolves series, the Timberwolves get the Nuggets out the paint 4-2. Pops, what did you think about the last couple of games and kind of this closeout game for the Minnesota Timberwolves playing the Nuggets?
This was my first round series going to seven. That was my one. That was the only one I had going seven, and I really didn't pick it either way. But to see those guys, all those guys be out there, the Nuggets just go down like that. That's crazy right there. But I do understand why though. I do understand how when the type of defense that Minnesota plays and what the Nuggets lack without, and which they thought they wouldn't need them without Porter Jr. So made all the difference in the world. Without that guy, without him being able to hit those big shots, without the chemistry, it shows. You can see it, and you can also see Jamal Murray wearing down. You can see a little bit of shake up in Joker. So not it's surprising, but not surprising. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think that Cam Johnson kind of came on way too late? Like his play, like how he kind of, because he picked it up the last game. He played excellent.
Yeah, 27 and 8.
Yep.
It was just, I mean, really the last two games.
It was just too
late, bro.
Losing Aaron Gordon too. I mean,
yeah.
Their defense fell off a cliff.
Yeah, yeah, that's that. That
Which
was
that clip
like,
wasn't it wasn't that far. It wasn't that far,
It
even
wasn't,
with Aaron
but
Gordon there. But you know,
at least it gets you over the hump a little bit.
right, for sure. Because I mean, their defense is predicated on kind of hiding their weaker spots,
Hmm.
and when you got those strong like points like a Christian Braun, a Peyton Watson, Aaron Gordon, like those guys who kind of fill those holes, it makes it a ton easier on your stars to go and do what they need to do. I think they kind of seeked Jamal Murray out. I think they seeked um, Joker out, you know, with
yeah,
making them work and stuff. So
yeah, for sure that.
Yeah, I think Denver really need another ball handler. If Jamal Murray doesn't have it going, you really have nothing from
hmm
like real shot creation. I mean, like you have Jokic to create, like he can create his own offense, but that's not what he excels at. That's not his best attribute. You
hmm
want somebody that he can work off the pick and roll with, and somebody who can, I mean, give Jamal Murray some like grace for him to work off ball
yep,
because he is really good off the ball. He can work off screens really well. He understands that a lot. So if you get another ball handler, that just takes so much pressure off the main two guys.
yep.
And I mean, you saw even, especially in that last game, Jaden McDaniels was all over Jamal Murray all night, like
And giving them
94 feet,
buckets.
94 feet literally all night. Like
Walk the walk. That's what he
and
did.
he's getting over these screens like I mean, Jamal already has to fight on the defensive side of the ball, but now he's making his job so much harder on the offensive side of the ball. That these guys get gassed. Like he played 40 minutes in game 6 and he was a minus 18.
hmm
Right. And he was the only guy on Denver who was a minus in plus minus in double digits. And there was a reason.
hmm
It was because mostly because of Jaden McDaniels. When Jamal Murray and Jokic can't get that pick and roll game to work, their offense just stagnates a lot. And it's
Yeah.
because they don't really have anybody else to create. I mean, a lot of teams, we've seen it before in the playoffs especially, they just make Jokic be a scorer. And I mean, that Jokic's numbers are gonna look good, of course, but that's just not what the Nuggets want to do. Like that does make the Nuggets offense just stagnate. Like it doesn't get the other guys involved, which means they have to start getting going later in the game.
hmm
And by that point, the hole's already dug.
So you think they should have kept Bones Highland too?
I don't know if Bones is the answer, just because he's such a defensive minus. Like
I
they
mean,
already have such a bad defense.
right.
Adding another defender that is that bad, I don't think it'll really fix much.
So you need
Just
more of
somebody who
a
can work on the ball.
right. I'm about to say because you. So basically, they need a backup PG.
Yes, and that's been the case
Yeah.
with Denver for a while now. We've seen it. Every time Jamal Murray comes off the floor, every time Jamal Murray comes off the floor, and especially if he's not working with Jokic,
hmm
it just looks bad.
Yeah. But shout out to the Timberwolves, like you said, pops. Jaden McDaniels literally talked the talk and he walked the walk. Like
They just got that was the difference at heart,
he,
really. That's
what
what this series
the last
was.
game he had like 30 something,
32 and 10.
32 and 10. Yep. So
Yeah,
what you
that
think about that performance, pops? Like a dude that come out and say, "Look, bro, they is all bad defenders. Like we just need to put pressure on the rim. We don't need to settle for nothing." I'm paraphrasing, but basically, you know, don't settle for nothing. We're putting pressure on the rim, and we just going at these guys. It don't matter who it is.
I'm glad he lived up to it because
Me too, because they was gonna drag him.
yeah,
that was
yeah. That would have been bad.
then on top of that, he had to be thinking some type of way after the Shinzo
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
after
yeah,
DiVincenzo and Ant went down in the same
yeah.
game.
But hey, shout out to him though. Shout out to him because he like you said, he talk the talk and walk the walk. And if you can do that, if because he's always been an elite defender. I mean,
Yeah.
that's something
Yeah.
that he do when he wake up. But for him to provide some scoring and help Julius out with the scoring part of the game too, that says a lot about who he is. And maybe he is a rising star in this league, but we'll see because sometimes we can. Sometimes regular season is one thing, but playoffs makes up sometimes can make the playoffs. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
Jamal
So
Murray.
yeah, so if he
Mm.
can live up to this kind of stuff, then hey, Minnesota look good.
And I
So,
mean,
so
and put it in the air. He's been trying to get McDaniels going, especially last year, in those playoffs and stuff like that. Been just trying to get him going
I
and
remember
put some more confidence.
that
Yeah.
couple of years ago, when they went up against Luca, and they were kind of doing the same thing. He was
Mm-hmm.
trying to encourage him to, hey, shoot the ball more, bro.
Yeah.
We need your scoring too. Even though he was defending Luca 94 feet. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So
Yep. Yep.
And
So.
Minnesota
this
just
is Dallas.
outfought Denver. Like I'm looking at the stats, they just won in like all the hustle stats. Like
Mm-hmm.
they beat them in the rebound battle by 17. Beat them in the rebound battle by 17. They won the turnover battle. Like they had 19 offensive rebounds to Denver's 6.
Mm-hmm.
They had 64 points in the paint to Denver's 40. They had like at second chance points, they had 20. They had 16 points off turnovers. They just outfought them.
Shout out Rudy Gobert, man.
Yeah.
That the defensive switch up for him to just play them play Jokic straight up. I think it
Which
changed
is
the whole
what they should
landscape
have
of the
been
game.
doing anyway.
Yeah.
They should always do that with it. Rudy shouldn't have to be switching on anybody. Stay on his primary.
Mm-hmm.
Stop accepting these picks. Like this league is so prone to just accept picks.
It's
And I
because
get
they're trying to make it positionless.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah, but it's not positionless. We know that.
But that's a good series. That was a great series. Like I said, Jaden McDaniels literally put the team on his back and did what he had to do to go ahead and close out the Nuggets. On to the next one. Another surprising one that we kind of talked about last week. Some hypotheticals that actually came alive. Celtics versus the 76ers. They are now tied and going into a game 7. Actually, before we get there, we'll just go ahead and do the Knicks versus the Hawks since that series is already done. New York gets Atlanta out of here 4-2 with a historic. I'm talking about one of the craziest, boringest games I've ever seen in my life, and turned it off in the first
Not
half.
if you a Knicks fan.
I mean, hey, shout out to the Knicks. Shout out to the Knicks. They won by 51. It was 140 to.
And it wasn't even that close.
Right, it wasn't even that close at all.
Nah, it felt like a 70-point game.
I'm like, dog, these guys gonna put up 200. Like I'm looking, I'm like, bro, it's the third, and they got 98 points, or some crazy stuff like that. Like,
I don't know what was going on in that game, bro. Like,
So what would be our preference? To lose with a last possession or to get the brakes beaten off of you?
definitely last possession because I'm thinking at least we're close. At least we're close to getting over the
and
hump.
it depends on what game we in too. If this is a regular season game, hey, like
No,
I'll take the block.
we're talking about play, but here's the thing that's so crazy in that to to lose on a last possession, you may feel like yeah we were that close and we equal and all that, but don't you think you're gonna be thinking about that the whole summer? Like
I'm talking
man, if we just
to lose
I'm
by
fine with that's
51.
motivation. That's motivation. They
it's
got
not motivation to get the
Dyson
breaks.
Daniels crying on the bench like that's demotivation. That's not no motivation.
Yeah, I'm talking about that was a beat down.
Nah,
That's far removed from a BTA, bro.
They had
That's
83 in the
overkill.
first half.
That's overkill, bro.
The Knicks
yeah,
had
think
83 in the
I
first
think they
half.
could have went. They could have went the whole third quarter without hitting the shot and still won by 30 or something like that.
That's it's wild money, bro. That is so
They could have
wild.
scored 0 points in the third. He won by 2.
Come on, bro. What is
I
we
think at
talking about?
halftime they were shooting like 65% as a team from the field or
Yeah, it
something
was just one
crazy
of them
like that.
games, but it was just like,
OG had 24 in the first half.
come on,
I
bro.
think he missed one shot or something crazy like that in the first half. It like he missed two total shots in the first half and he had 26.
Like, come
I
on,
mean,
bro.
but if you're talking about anomaly, that's anomaly.
Oh,
Who sees the Knicks as being any kind of offensive juggernaut? I
I'm
mean,
talking about they look
Cat
like a
Cat
powerhouse.
dropped the nastiest triple double I've ever seen. 12 points, 11 rebounds, and 10 assists
Like,
on
come on,
1 for 4 shooting.
like, come on,
He
bro.
shot
no,
4 field goals and got a triple double because he shot 10 free throws.
Come on, bro.
no, but did you see the plus minus on these guys?
Yeah,
Cat was the worst one at
no, the
plus
starters.
35.
Yeah, yeah.
At plus 35, he was the worst on the court at plus 35.
Crazy.
That wow.
Man. Yeah, that's definitely a an anomaly. I'm looking at it right now at the end the end of the fourth quarter is that they were on a 87-27 run.
Come on, bro. What is that? What kind of basketball is that game?
What? 87-27 run? It was like multiple like I think the Hawks had held the lead twice and both of them were the first two baskets of the game.
It took off.
Other than that, it was literally just on. The Knicks, and their largest lead of the game was 61 in the third quarter.
They stomped them, boys. They stomped them.
Yeah,
But
I don't know. I'm just really cause
I don't know what to
tuned
think of them.
I tuned out.
I
But I don't know
literally,
whether it was Atlanta just being that bad or the Knicks being that good. It's 'cause, like
Both,
yeah, I think
you
it's a
don't
composite of
both.
you don't.
both.
I mean, but come on, man. The Knicks. When you even think about them offensively, it's like Jalen Brunson and sometimes Cat.
Very
That's it.
slow too. Like it's not
Yeah.
no real
Slow.
up and down stuff, but
Yeah,
it
I mean, even Mikal Bridges has been a non-factor all
man,
series,
he's been
and
a
he
non-factor.
comes out 24.
yeah.
He had 16 points in the first half on two misses.
Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
No,
It's
that's a real anomaly.
no,
I'm waiting to see their next game. I
yeah,
want to see what happens in their next game.
yeah. Like it.
I still don't believe in the Knicks. Isn't that crazy?
I
Oh, that's
mean,
not crazy at all.
it's not crazy. The Hawks kind of let me down though. I thought they was going. I thought they was going. You know. I don't know. I think they was just shell shocked. I mean, and it was just one
At
of them
all?
games
I don't think they expected to be in that position.
at all.
I hope you.
Like,
Would you? Would you expect them to be down?
No. I mean, like, to be up in the series and then,
Oh,
like, have the opportunity to actually win the series. I don't know if they
yeah,
expected to be in that position.
I don't know, but when they got there, it seemed like they had all the momentum until the Knicks just
I'm talking
Stripped it.
about. Um,
throw their heart out. I mean,
literally,
literally.
Took the change out their pockets.
man, flipped them upside down.
Yeah.
It shook them. But shout out to the Knicks. Crazy, crazy game. Like I said, with this series that we're talking about next, you know, last week we talked about some hypotheticals of, you know, some stars getting back into the lineup. But the Celtics versus the 76ers, like I said, it's a game 7. The Philly forces a game 7 with some key contributes from Paul George, from Joel Embiid, which I'm like really.
My dude. That's
No,
my
but remember what we said, Pops. We said
I
if he
told
came
you.
back at all
It'll
throughout
be
the series,
interesting.
it's an actual series. Like,
It's
and he
interesting.
was like, I think Joel will go come back at all. Nah, he want to win. He want to win. Like,
look.
at that point, you got to take that.
with an appendectomy, so I didn't think he was gonna make it back. It's
Yeah,
not
he
only
came back firing.
Oh,
yeah, exactly. That's
just
exactly.
to clear some sense up with that game, was this game 5? He scores 33.
Hmm.
He has 33, 4 rebounds, and 8 assists. Which he's getting his guys involved with his assist numbers
Yeah,
as
that's really
well.
been surprising me. I'm not
Uh,
gonna lie.
in this most recent game, game 6, he had 19, 10 rebounds and 8 assists as well. So he's definitely giving them a boost when it comes to getting guys involved, getting rebounds, and getting his numbers, offensively, which he's is going to do. Cam, what you think about? What have you been thinking about this series, and how? I mean, the Celtics are still playing pretty good. They're a team that likes to get the ball up. They get open shots. They
A
kind of
lot.
take their first option shot when it comes to that, especially if it's a three. They kind of live and die on that. So, like, what are your thoughts about this series and how the Sixers have made it interesting?
Honestly, the biggest thing that I've seen is Joel. His defensive impact is
Mm,
really what's like making this a series. His rim presence, a lot of the Celtics just don't want to go up on Joel Embiid.
yeah,
And you're realizing that like, yeah, we do see the Celtics as a team that chucks up a lot of threes, and they do. But at the same time, they also get a lot of easy looks. And
yeah,
those looks have not been easy at the rim, and they don't even want to take them because Joel Embiid does have such a paint presence. And that's really been like the main factor that I've seen at least. Like especially if they aren't hitting at a high clip, they just probably aren't gonna win.
right.
Like, and I don't know what happened to Derek White. Uh, I have no idea what happened to Derek White. He just looks like a shell of himself. Like
Yeah,
he's been bad, like really bad during this playoff. He his playoff high so far is 11 points.
yeah,
Like that, and that's really what they're missing
yeah. So
is
pops.
Derek White production.
Pops, is this more so of the Celtics settling too much for these jump shots, or is it just like they're just
It's a
missing
part.
shots?
A part of they get. They miss. It's just a part of who they are and how they roll. And
Mm,
even when they're not hitting, they start playing this one on one tag team. Okay, Tatum, you take it. Okay, Brown, you take it. And do some one on one stuff. Which, like Cam said, now that Joel is down there now, it's like you can't finish that easy at the rim anymore. You have to work for it. And here's the time where they miss KP now because he would have given them something to what Joel had to think about in terms of guarding somebody on the outside, and
Hmm.
also he can battle with
oh
them on
yeah,
his.
got you.
Even
Yeah,
Al Horford, because
yeah,
Al Horford, especially when it comes to guarding Joel Embiid,
Yeah,
that's really all the Celtics have been doing since Kata and Vucevic literally just can't do it. They've just been
no,
sitting a lot of doubles, and that's why Joel his assist numbers have been looking so good because he's
yeah.
been reading these doubles and playing off them very well. And I mean, when he is reacting to these double teams so well, and the Sixers are hitting, that's a hard game plan to execute.
Yeah.
I mean, and Maxie they're actually earning some of his extension money now. I mean,
Hey, man,
look,
I mean, it seemed like obviously the injuries are real, and it just seemed like he want to be on the court really bad. Especially with coming off a procedure that he was having to come off of. Uh, I give it to him. I give it to the guy. Hey,
yeah.
see,
I mean, actually, they looking like the better backcourt, even though you got Tatum and when you got either Brown and Tatum or one of the other two guys, they look
yeah,
like the better backcourt with him and Eshcon. They look like the better.
Because Derek White is so bad.
Oh,
yeah,
I don't know.
yeah,
Damn,
and I don't really
he,
consider. I don't know. Having Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum as your primary ball handlers in the backcourt is kind of like a iffy thing for me because it's not they really just natural like to me, it's not what goes with their game.
I
Probably more
I
so of Jaylen Brown because he is a person
very
that you like. He's really a two guard. Like,
yeah, he's very one on one. I'm gonna
you know what
score
I'm saying?
over
I'm finna
you,
get
be
the.
stronger than you
Jason
type of
Tatum's is
guy.
more Jason Tatum is more adaptable to being able to initiate an offense. Get the ball spread it around and stuff like that. But even then, I see him as more so of like somebody you can put on the wing, get in matchups. Get him in different type of matchups to where he can make decisions on if he wants to pass it or not. But I think they need somebody who can just predominantly be that ball handler, getting them into.
That's what they had with Drew Holiday.
Yep. So yeah,
So
man.
who y'all have?
It's up in the air for
It's
me.
up in
I'm
the
not
air,
gonna lie.
man.
I
I mean,
mean,
I would
with
love Philly. I would love
Well,
Philly to come
since
this.
y'all want to be cowards, I'm gonna go ahead and call it. I'm gonna go ahead and call it. I'm going Philly all the way. Philly
Ah,
in the fourth.
okay,
since you
okay.
going Philly, I'll go to Celtics. I mean, the thing is for me, it's just with Tatum dealing with this slight injury
Yeah,
now. It just kind of scares me for the Celtics because,
yeah.
like, do you put him on a minutes restriction? Like, do you want to risk your future for a first round series?
Which is,
That's the big thing.
I mean,
Imagine
at some
if that
point
Achilles
you
break
weren't
again.
you weren't supposed to be here as to some extent, but then as
Yeah.
the season went on and you were number 2 in the East,
Now you actually have a chance and something to play for.
you know what I'm
So
saying?
it's a real decision to make
Yeah,
if you're Joe Mazzulla. Like,
yeah,
do you just ride with it? I mean, if Tatum wants to play, we all know that. But
yeah.
like, do you really risk that?
There's some decisions right there, but I like Philly. I like Philly for this one. I think I'm gonna sway that way just because the momentum, how these things is going and how them guys is playing, and you still have Paul George. And it's kind of like a person who's just sitting in the weeds, like waiting to kind of really explode and kind of give you a game. And hopefully, this game 7 kind of gives him that opportunity. But on to our next series, which is a really good one. I love this series. And if you love this series, that means you love either really good defense or a lot of bricks because it's a lot of shot misses
Oh my gosh.
and a lot of things going on in this game. The
Oh,
Magic,
but it's been some explosion and scoring, not by the team,
not
but
about a team, but yeah,
Just
we'll get
individual
into
performance.
that. We'll get into that. Magic versus the Pistons. Now all tied up. Crazy stuff last night. Pistons forced a game 7. The defense has been stellar for both teams, and also they've been missing a lot of shots. I'm gonna just kind of dive into it a little bit and then let y'all go. But I just feel like the Magic settle a lot, like
Oh
a
my
lot
gosh.
too much. And I love PB5, bro, but you're 6'10", bro. You should be trying to go get 20 free throws a game because the way you
And
just,
it works.
you know what I'm
That's
saying?
my thing.
You can just put pressure on the rim, and don't get me wrong, Detroit's defense is really good. They have a defensive player of the year who finished third in the defensive player of the year voting for that award, in Asar Thompson. Cade is very capable, and these other guys kind of fill the role in just doing their job and knowing their roles and stuff like that. But Cam, how did you kind of think about how the Magic, let this 20, 24, 26 point lead slip away with some stellar defense from the Pistons in this game 6?
Bro, the Magic scored a record 19 points in the second half. They went on a run where they missed 23 straight shots. Field goals. Just regular field goals, not even threes. 24 straight shots. Ended the game shooting 27 of 78. And if you're this Magic team, why are you attempting 36 threes? Who is there to take 36 threes? Like
Outside of Bane.
and Desmond Bain shot as many as Paolo. Why? Why Desmond Bain and Paolo shooting the same amount of threes? Paolo shoots 0 for 9 on the night from threes.
Mm.
Desmond Bain had a great first half. That's really what propelled them in the beginning of the game. He ended with 15 in the first half. But as soon as that third quarter hit, everything shifted. They switched Asar onto Desmond Bain, and really once I saw that, I knew Desmond wasn't gonna do much after that. Like
Mm-hmm.
he ended up scoring 2 points in the second half. He ended up scoring 2 points in 20 minutes in the second half. I think I just saw a stat or something like that. The Magic went 45 in real life minutes without scoring a point.
No, that's crazy.
I've never seen an offensive blunder like this in my life. And I
Hey,
watched the Rockets versus the Warriors miss 27 straight threes. Like that offensive performance still wasn't as bad as what I just saw from the Magic,
I'm gonna
especially in
lie.
the second half. And Jamal Mosley, I just don't understand why you allow your team to keep settling and getting shots that you just don't like in the second half, especially after the third. Like the third, okay, we scored 12 points. We fight back in the fourth quarter and we try to change something. Nothing
mm-hmm.
changed.
Nothing.
Nothing changed. I mean, we're seeing air balls. Like, I don't know if I've seen that many air balls in a game.
Come on,
Like, I
bro.
saw Jalen Suggs air ball like twice. I saw Desmond Bain air ball. That was just a really, really bad offensive performance from the Magic. But I also want to give real credit. Asar Thompson is the best perimeter defender in the league.
Dude is nice.
That guy is so good defensively, and I mean. Of course, I'm gonna talk about the Rockets a little bit. If Asar had a men's work ethic on the offensive side of the ball and he could score the ball at
But
the
you
same
can.
level, he would be better
Yeah.
than Amin because there is a gap defensively. He is by far the best perimeter defender in the league. He's up there with the elite rim protectors when it comes to defensive importance
But
because the guy's just everywhere.
he, he has no offensive game. I mean, like,
No,
how
and the
can
thing I don't
He's
like
not even
that.
looking for it though. I think it's more
Yeah,
so of a system thing.
that's
Like,
my problem. Because like you have the athletic prowess that you do, and you just don't use it at all. Like there was a lot of even fast breaks that I saw. It
hmm
would be like a 2-on-1 like situation or something like that, and instead of Asar attacking the basket and trying to even get to the line, the guy just slows everything down. Like he
hmm
literally faces backwards and waits for the
hey,
team
but
to catch up to him.
that's how they got back into the game. They didn't
It
take
is.
ill-advised shots. They literally got into their sets and did exactly what they needed to do to get back into the game and ultimately just open the game wide open for them. So I mean, hey, he knew his role and what he brought to the team.
Yeah.
And in that case, it was just like, let's go get this dub. But Pops, I did want to hear about so we got 45 from both Cade and P5 in game 5. And then we come back in game 6. We get a great showing from Cade. Where was PB5 in this game 6? And what did you think about the game 5 performances to the game 6 performance in this series?
this is mostly about momentum. Because even in the first half, Orlando was right there. Orlando was, but as far as game six, and everybody was kind of in the flow.
hmm
And but go picking back to game five, that was an anomaly altogether. Not in terms of those two individuals scoring, but
hmm
to even have them to go out and put up this many shots and go at it like that,
hmm
like both of those teams, they'll take away y- your best scoring option. That's what
Yes.
they do. I mean, both teams play like some real different kind of defense.
Yeah.
Like we
Losing
go.
Franz was a big hit. But
Yeah, and that was that losing him kind
That's
of
really why they can't guard Cade.
yeah losing him really kind of throws them cause, the way that they play, really, speaking of Orlando, the way that they play, well, both of them actually, they really don't have any real offensive sets. There's
Mm-mm.
nothing like ball movement or player movement or anything like that.
hmm
It's just, hello, you go on this, I say you go on this side. I mean, really though, seriously, that's all they had. And Bane was supposed to be a difference for Orlando to
yeah,
He
give
doesn't
Paolo.
even touch the ball a lot of the time. Like what I see, it is a lot of Paolo.
I mean, it's saturated with power. So now you get what you put in for. Cause
hmm
Bane is not that he's never been that guy to me anyway. In terms of even when he was at Memphis, he's kind of a I won't even say a Robin. He's kind of a third wheel guy that's gonna give you some energy. He's kind of a rah guy too.
hmm
Not really. I don't even see him as like a solid NBA player. Sometimes, I mean, sometimes he just look like he's just a guy, a real jazz.
That's what happened when Asar Thompson goes shoot. It's like Asar had 4 blocks in the second half, and I think half of them were Desmond Bain jump shots.
yeah.
Well,
Jump shots.
but Desmond Bain has the shortest arms in the NBA.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
cannot shot.
He's six
Respectfully,
four with a 6'1" wingspan.
He
respectfully.
looked like what's the dinosaur, the pterodactyl
Oh man, come on, man,
out there
come on,
shooting at
man.
him and get put it up.
Yeah, man. I love the Pistons defense. To get them back into that game. Um, yeah, it was a really good.
I
It was
think
a
they're
really
gonna
good
ride
game.
on it. I think they're gonna ride on it. They're gonna go ahead and take care of business.
The
And
biggest thing, like they both were two really good team
hmm
defenses, but I mean personnel wise, they just can't match up with the stars specifically. Like, I
Yeah,
mean, when
yeah,
Paolo is going downhill and actually using his size, the Pistons don't have anybody that can stop Paolo going
yeah.
downhill.
And I mean, you
Asar
get
is
it
as good as a defender as he is, but he's just not strong enough to stop Paolo.
right.
And I mean, with Cade, it's really the same thing. I mean, without Franz Wagner, who are you going to put on him?
hmm
I mean, they've been giving Paolo the matchup a lot recently in the past 2 games after Francis went down.
yeah.
But
Look
even
at
him, Paolo's feet just aren't
Yeah,
fast enough for
yeah.
Cade. Like, Cade's footwork is too good, as well as him getting downhill, especially if he can work off a screen. It's not like Paolo is going to get around a screen a lot of the time,
hmm
especially when you have the 2 guys that are setting the screens, like, I mean, Jalen Duren and Isaiah Stewart. Those are really big guys, good screen setters.
hmm
So with that being like what it is, you're not gonna have Paolo fighting over these screens, and as soon as Cade gets the matchup he wants, he's gonna do what he wants. Like,
Right.
and especially without Franz Wagner.
Yep. But ultimately, very good series. Who do y'all have for this game 7? In that, I'm going to Pistons. I like their
I got
momentum.
Pistons in
I
7.
like what they're doing.
clean sweep for the Pistons,
Clean sweep. Let's go.
like they should have done in the first dog.
Right, right. I
Yeah,
don't even know why this is
yeah.
even a thing, but yeah. Shout out to Orlando for definitely making this an interesting series for the first round.
But this would be a real embarrassment for the Pistons. A 61.
But they really a 4-5. They're really a four. This is really a 4-5 matchup. Like this is one of them.
It
them-
looks like a 4 or 5 matchup, but
But
if we
we
think
had
about
expectations for Orlando though. Orlando was
if we
supposed to be
think
top
about
5 in the
how
East.
the Pistons looked this season when they were healthy, this should have been a beatdown.
It should have.
But
But you got to think about the expectations that we had for Orlando too. But
yeah,
Yeah,
but
in
I
the
mean,
East,
they can't live up to those expectations, especially. I mean, they didn't have Franz for a lot of the year,
yeah,
and they don't have Franz for a lot of the series, but
yeah,
it's still a series.
yeah. No, that's true. That's true. That's true. With that being said, on to our next series. Pretty decent series. I didn't see it going this way, but you know the Cavs will always find a way to do something like this. The Raptors versus the Cavs, they are now split 3-3. The Raptors forced a game 7. RJ Barrett with a game winner last night. This team really rallied in spite of Bi's injury. Hey Pops, can the Cavs close this door, or is it these young guys really got some momentum?
No, the Cavs can't close this door because they have James Harden in a game 7.
Which James Harden is averaging 22, 6 and 4,
Yeah,
which is
okay.
way
All right.
like
They have
as a
James
Robin.
Harden. They have James Harden in a game 7. So no, they won't close. Uh, you know what? I'm kind of in between with this because Toronto has been winning primarily on the back of Barnes, which I
Yeah,
didn't see. I mean,
yeah.
this dude looked like a point forward now. I mean,
Hey,
he's just
That's what he
doing
was
every.
drafted to be.
right.
I mean, but I haven't seen it. But he's doing it, and they're winning without Bi really being effective at all. He can't get his shots off, and when he does, he's just not the same dude that I saw in the regular season.
And now
Yeah,
And
he's dealing with injury.
yeah. He was out
and,
last
and
night.
then and then and then you have this Barrett, who I never ever trusted. I just think he has the most fundamentally flawed shot in the NBA, which makes no sense to me. And then on top of that, he's left-handed. So now you have to add that with everything. But for
I
them to
didn't
even
expect to
be
see
with,
RJ Barrett slander today.
Nah, for real.
yeah, he takes some shots today. But I didn't. Cleveland should have taken care of business. This should not be like this. Even though Toronto's been good and they play, but without Bi being the guy that Toronto have to depend on to get it done, I just didn't. This is crazy to me. This is
Hmm.
crazy. And Cleveland get whatever they deserve in terms of what's gonna happen, but they're gonna have to blow them out. You can't make this a close game. This game 7. You can't make it close because you got two guys with one who can't handle pressure and one who does too much when
They're the
when
yeah,
when it's going down. So
yeah.
they have to they have to speed out the gate and just get it done.
Cam, so like in our group, um, in our group text, you asked a question. You was like, what's wrong with D Mitch? And
Yeah.
I was thinking about it, and I'm like, okay, let me go do a little bit of research. He's averaging 23, 5 and 3 this season. Game 1, he scores 32. Game 2, he scores 30, and then the rest of the games are kind of under 20. And when I'm looking at it, I'm like, dang, okay, he's kind of right. Like he kind of haven't been there since about game 2. What we're used to seeing and stuff like that. So with that being said, like how are you thinking about his performances, James Harden performances throughout this series, and what Toronto has been able to take advantage of? With that being said.
Hey, James Harden is James Harden, and he gonna do James Harden things.
I
They knew
honestly,
what they
I
were
don't think
trading
he's doing
for.
too bad though. I mean,
He's a
Uh,
turnover machine. What are you talking about? He's a
I get
turnover
that. I
machine.
mean, I get that, but I think we've said it. James Harden been wanting to be a Robin, so averaging
no, but
22,
no,
6 and 4. I
Pops is
mean,
right though. Like I'm looking at the numbers. He just gives the ball to the
Like here, you take a
look.
possession. Don't need to do
Game 1, he had 4 turnovers. Game 2, 5. Game 3, 8.
yeah,
Game 5, 6. Game 6, 4. Like I think he's averaging like 4.5, 5 turnovers a game.
But then they untimely turnovers too, though.
hmm
They come at the worst. It'll be one thing if it's early in the game to where okay, you're doing too much with the ball, you're losing. These be momentum changing turnovers. It's like either he's giving them momentum or he's killing the momentum of the Cavs.
Mm-hmm.
And he don't look comfortable sometimes. It's like, bro, and you know how good James is, but for James to look rattled, I mean, like even in his flame out days with the Rockets, he never looked rattled. He just looked like somebody that was bad at the end of the game.
Yeah, I mean, but like I said, James Harden is gonna do James Harden things, and you knew what you were trading for when you traded for James Harden. You weren't looking for high efficiency and production in the playoffs, especially not this early. And I mean, it's just the rest of the team for the most part, like specifically Donovan Mitchell. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, we've
Yeah.
seen Donovan Mitchell perform in the playoffs before, which is why this is so weird for me to see. That's why I suspected that something might be wrong with him. Like he he's settling a lot, not getting downhill, as well as, I mean, later in the game, they just don't look his way a lot of the time. I saw them running a lot of offense through Evan Mobley in the later parts of
Oh
the
yeah,
game,
yeah, yeah.
and that really didn't make a lot of sense to me. I mean, I get that Donovan Mitchell was not hitting, but that's a guy you kind of have to ride, like you have to ride or die with your star, especially in the clutch. Like you went for both of your clutch shots, you went to Evan Mobley. Evan Mobley did sit in the game to OT, yes, but I mean, you have him no timeouts. You have him taking the shot to try to win the game.
Right.
I, I especially it being from as far as it was, I just don't understand what their game plan is. And I'm seeing a lot of things that I haven't seen from Kenny Atkinson when it comes to their offensive sets. They're just not doing a lot on like they're running a lot of stagnant offense. I'm seeing a lot of Donovan Mitchell just sitting in the corner,
Yeah.
not moving at all. A lot of Evan Mobley post ups and everybody just watching. And their shooters just aren't shooting. Like
Yeah.
the Cavs are supposed to be this prolific offense that their shooters are gonna hit, but you're just not getting production from these guys. Max Strus couldn't really hit last game. Even Sam Merrill, he shot 0 for 3 from three. Like Dean Wade had a decent game. He had 10 points, but even then he shot 2 for 6 from three. I mean, Jalen Tyson, he shot 1 for 5 from three. Their role players aren't showing up as well as their stars, so it's not just a James Harden, Donovan Mitchell thing.
Right.
It's the whole team.
Yep. They gotta get it together. Most definitely gotta get it together. Like I said, Game 7.
Shout out Colin Murray Boyles.
Yeah,
Really
man.
showing up,
Come
man.
on, bro.
In the play, I think he's averaging like 18 points in the playoffs right now.
Live. Live.
He's hooping.
Shout out to the young guys. Shout out Scotty Barnes. I remember seeing Scotty Barnes guard James Harden 94 feet in the Rico Hines
I remember that.
pickup game. So that's definitely a something that kind of like sprung into my mind when I saw them hooping and doing their thing out there. So shout out to them. Who do y'all got very quickly? I'm gonna still take the Cavs, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Raptors won.
I want the Raptors to win. For the sake of playoff basketball, I want the Raptors to win.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Cavs reluctantly. Reluctantly.
And now the series of the hour. Oh
Drum
my
roll,
gosh!
please.
Please,
It's the main event.
the main event. No undercard. The Lakers versus the Rockets. We get them out of the paint 4-2. This was a very good series, honestly. I mean, just me. Obviously, I'm a Lakers fan, and to be able to watch them hoop, it's just been an interesting series. And you know, I love to see young guys get their experience in these playoff moments and stuff too. The Rockets' offense is just bad. They're just bad. They're just bad, and it really showed this game, and especially when you just don't get shots hitting.
I wouldn't go with that whole thing.
They're bad. They're bad.
Here's what the difference in this game was than the two previous, because even the game on last week, on last with game 5 or whatever, with that one that they blew, even that game,
Game 3.
game 3, yeah, okay, yeah, the one that they blew. So they, they played well enough, and all the youngsters were doing their thing. The only thing in game 3, they just exploded at the end, which
It,
I,
it was lack of experience.
yeah, that was. But last night game was all about Alfie and not hitting those little dink and dunk shots that he takes all the
And
time.
why
And
does he
if
cry
he
so
if
much?
he's hitting them though, that's why he's been an all-star, because that dude, he ignites the offense, and you can go through him, and he becomes a playmaker, a facilitator. He becomes all of that. That's
The
why
other side, the other side of that though is he be crying.
yeah, I mean, but
He be
but
just
dang,
crying. Like he miss a free throw and want to cry about a lane violation. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Just make the free throw, gang. You talking to the ref about a lane violation? Just make the free throw. And I mean the Rockets struggled with free throws, even though they did.
people,
They did shoot 70% this last game, which was I think we shot like 58% from the free throw line, but it was the 3
well,
points.
LeBron missing about 9
Oh
of the
my
final.
gosh, I'm sitting there, I'm like, dude, are we up? And I'm still like, Brian, can you just make a free throw, bro? Can we get 2 consecutive free throws, please? Like, come on, bro. But I think the 3-point percentage was very telling, because honestly it was even the whole, I mean, all of the major categories, it's pretty even when you look at the team stats, other than the 3-point percentage. You know, we
And the
made,
offensive rebounding.
I mean, offensive rebounding too, but it still wasn't like crazy. It wasn't no crazy number of
Well, this particular game wasn't, but as far as the series goes, if
yeah,
if you look at all the spots other than shooting, the Rockets should have beat these. They won the turnover battle all the time. They won the rebound battle all the time. They won the offensive rebound battle all the. They shot how many? Something like 27 more shots than the Lakers
hmm
in a couple of those games. It's like it's just lack of experience is definitely one of the things. But it's also, like you said, the offense is bad, and and
yeah.
and, and lack of shot making. Like
I mean, this last game, it was a brick house for both teams.
It
Both
was
teams
so ugly,
were
bro.
were missing shots.
Like we hold a team under 100 points in a playoff game and lose by 20.
Lose by a
What?
double.
What sense does that even make? Like that doesn't even sound like real life, bro. And I've been seeing a lot of people say like Ime Udoka hot seat and things like that.
Oh,
But I mean,
he's on the hot seat game.
reality is though we're missing $95 million in
I get you,
players, like in player money right now. We're missing
bro.
$95 million.
Where are the sets though? Like y'all got, it's nothing. It's nothing that y'all just can't go to with the personnel that you have.
And that's honestly that's a lot of what I've been seeing in general in the playoffs though. Like it isn't something that I just see with the Rockets. It's something that it's a lot of these defensive teams. I don't know what it is about like defensive minded coaches not being like able
hmm
on offense, at least recently, but that's a lot of what I've seen. Like like we talked about Pistons, the
Yeah.
the Magic. The only really good defensive team that I've seen with real offense is like the Spurs and OKC. Like
Yeah.
those are even like the Timberwolves. The Timberwolves don't run a lot of sets.
hmm
They're just able to score the ball.
Yeah. Yeah. I just, like we go back and forth. I think Reed is a really good player. I honestly think he would love to be Austin Reeves. Like I think that is a great like ceiling for him, because that's kind of like they're the same build. They kind of have the same little wiggle and stuff like that. But Ime has to put him in a position to actually run a
The
set,
defense,
come off a
no, the
pin
defense.
down or
Yeah,
right,
he
and
doesn't work off the ball enough.
he
They
doesn't work off
they
the
they
ball.
rely him they rely on him like point wise
Yeah,
too
but
much,
he's
and
not
that
a
doesn't make
strong
sense
ball handler.
when we have Alperen Şengün to run
Hmm.
our offense. Like
Yeah,
there's a lot of DHOs between those two, and it just doesn't work.
Yeah,
I love Şengün. Şengün is not a good screen setter. He cannot set a screen for the life of him. I don't know what it, but they run a lot of DHO into a pick and roll, and it
hmm,
never works because they just get over the screen.
yep,
They get over the screen, and it either results in Reed Shepard getting backed up to the half court, or him getting pickpocketed, or them just completely stagnating
hmm,
and running time off the clock. It just gets to a point where it's like if you're seeing this is not working over and over and over and over, why are we doing the same thing?
why are we doing the same thing? And what I don't get it. I don't get it.
And
But
what do you need to see for it to change?
yeah, right, right, right.
Like I, I can point at Ime as much as I want to, but
I think
dude,
it's a collective. I think it's
when
a
your
collective.
personnel shoots 28 of 80 from the field,
look, the coach's job is to put his players in the best position to succeed.
Yep.
Ime
absolutely.
doesn't do any of that, and what he does do, he makes them accountable on what they do, but
Hmm.
he has no accountability whatsoever in setting them up for doing his job.
Right.
That's
On the
true.
hot seat, on the hot seat, no, no, Russ should be out of here. Forget a hot seat.
It's boiling. Is it boiled over?
Man, please. Man, please. That dude, cause he's stubborn with it too. He's so stubborn with it in
Yeah.
a sense where he doesn't he doesn't want to be creative. He doesn't have a get a guy that has an offensive, you know, history in coaching and see what he can do with this roster.
Hmm.
Why haven't you done that? I mean, that makes
Hey,
no
I would
sense.
have really liked to see Mike Malone,
Oh,
but
oh, definitely,
Yeah.
definitely. And then Shagun is called Baby Joker anyways.
Yeah.
I
Imagine
would have loved Mike Malone.
imagine what could have been done. But he made look.
My
Yeah,
biggest thing though, I don't think he's on the hot seat simply because he was the culture changer. Like he's the reason we went from a bottom three team in the league to, I mean, a playoff team, and it doesn't look like it's gonna be anything less than a playoff
well,
team as Ime's
they not
here.
gonna let him go. They're not gonna let him go due to the fact because now you have a built-in excuse now.
Hmm.
Not yeah. Hey, have we had Kevin? Have we had Kevin?
Yeah,
Hmm.
And then next year you get back Fred. So now
yeah,
you have a full roster. And let's see what can happen now. So
Yeah.
yeah, look, I get it. I get it. And maybe that's all the answers that's needed though. To
Yeah.
be with these young guys, to have those two veteran presence to but still though you have to develop your young guys as a coach though.
Talking about
And
development. Hold on, before you get going, pops. I'm gonna ask you something, and we kind of skimmed over it in the chat. Is KD at the pass the torch stage? Is he at the pass the torch stage?
I think he is. The only reason why I think he didn't pass the torch this year so much is because you're playing me 41 minutes. What I mean, damn, you won't let him play.
That's what I'm saying though. I think he's
Jabari
still
said,
playing winning
hey,
basketball.
Jabari, here, take over, bro. Here you go. I mean, take over. I mean, and you know what happened? Hey, Kevin, come on, bail us out because. So yeah, I think he's there. I think he's there. I just think that these guys aren't ready yet. And
Yeah.
even though they showed flashes in the last couple of games, but I would, but excluding this one, uh, they will just have to wait and see with the rest of what's going to happen in terms of next year when the full roster happens because they're not going to move on anything right now. I
No.
don't.
nah. Hopefully, we bring back Steven Adams. Hopefully, we bring back Tari
Yeah,
Eason
yeah, that's
at a good price.
I,
Really, I think we would have won the series with just Steven Adams because that would have negated a lot of our screen setting problems, rebounding
yeah,
problems. I
yeah,
mean,
definitely,
I mean,
definitely.
you think about even why we went to 7 with the Warriors last year. Steven Adams was a really big part of that because we got so many second chance points, and he just did his job. Like, and I think without being a Rockets fan, a lot of people don't realize the importance of a guy like Steven Adams. But realistically, if you look at, I mean, when Steven Adams was healthy this year, we were the best rebounding team of all time. And that's a lot of importance behind it. I mean, so like we can look at it as like we did drop the ball, but there is thing to look forward to if you are in the Rockets like front office or a Rockets fan, things like that.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well, we
y'all.
we a little bit
So
too long-winded about
I get that,
these
but
losers.
I just want to put one part on there. They made DA look like he's been revived.
Oh,
Like,
what?
dude actually looked like he can actually play basketball again. And I didn't see this. I mean, he's active and it looks like he's engaged and everything is like, oh, okay. I mean,
No,
so when you,
averaging a nice little double double,
yeah,
and you
I
know,
really think that has a lot to do with LeBron handling more of the ball, though.
yeah,
It's
that
simply
could
because
be.
LeBron doesn't settle as much as Luca when it
yeah.
comes
So he
to
doesn't
what
have to
he
get
does on the ball.
right.
So he doesn't have to fight as much. He's already put in better positions when it comes to like offensive rebounding, thing like that. Because
Hmm.
LeBron is getting downhill, and DeAndre Ayton's probably already down there.
Yeah,
Most of the time, he is down there. So like, if LeBron is to miss the layup, or if LeBron puts it in the air, DeAndre Ayton is in the best possible situation for
yeah,
him, and it's a lot easier for him to buy into this role with LeBron being the primary ball handler
I
That
rather
like
than
that
that
Luca.
take.
play where they have that they ran a few times where he when he dives to the dives from the free throw line and LeBron is on that corner side and he just dumps it down into him.
Hmm.
DA just finishing that like and I'm looking at it like y'all really can't stop that. You actually see exactly what's coming. I mean,
Yeah,
Hmm.
it's and they just couldn't
He's a
stop
capable player. He's just one of them. You gotta rev the motor up with him, like, and make him feel like he's, obviously you're implemented into the game plan and you're a focal point, but we kind of gotta disguise it as like you're our workhorse type of role. So he's doing really good. Has 16, 7, 1, and 16 rebounds last night. I think a big thing having Austin Reeves back as another primary ball handler other than LeBron. I think it killed some of those turnovers down a little bit to where it gave us some breathing room to kind of just get into these offensive sets. He had 22 in game 5, in game 6, and had 15 in this closeout game here. Rui erupted. Rui erupted
hmm
for this last game. He's actually been very consistent this whole series, shooting over 50% from the 3-point line. He had 21 points and 8 assists, 5 threes in this closeout game. I mean, but it's when you look at his numbers and things he's been able to do, it's not super surprising for him to go out and do that. Maybe at that magnitude of a game, but it's not really super surprising for him to knock down, and they were good shots. He was getting good open shots. Made some tough shots too, but I said he erupted. Luke Kennard literally disappeared, fell off
And
the.
then Thompson.
I mean, you could say that, but you got to think about game 1 and 2. That man was guarding him
He
too.
he wasn't. They weren't as focused
Yeah,
on Luke Kennard though. Like I
yeah,
think uh after they kind of realized what the game plan was and adjusted when
yeah.
it came to Luke Kennard, when the Men Thompson was on Luke,
yeah.
when the Men Thompson was on Kennard, it was literally like
They
There was literally nothing you could do
They
if you were
Yeah.
hold
Luka
when they
Doncic.
when they adjusted him going to that free throw line and doing that action at the free throw line, when they
Hmm.
adjusted to that, it didn't even look like he was on the court. I mean, he literally looked disappeared.
And
I mean,
that's another thing. I really like JJ Redick's offensive sets.
Man, bro,
JJ
this
Redick is
dude,
such a good coach.
I'm
Like
telling you.
I knew by just hearing his basketball mind, especially him talking like on podcasts and things like that, really analyzing the game. I
Hmm.
knew he wasn't gonna be a negative when it came to coaching. But
Yeah.
I really didn't expect him to be this good, at
Yeah.
least this early in his
Early.
coaching career.
Right.
But like his offensive sets, like to be able to work around a team that's this defensive minded
Hmm.
and really make it seem like they're just not as good as they are.
Right.
Like
because those first two games look easy for them
Yeah.
with the
very,
offense alone. I mean, they just look easy.
Yep.
very.
Yep.
And
And I
then
think it's
after
kind of easier to
your
go through LeBron too, though, because like you said, Cam, it's not as erratic or making these kind of like miraculous shots, which is all good. I mean, Luka is a great, pristine player, but when you got a guy who can like kind of settle it all down and like, okay, we're gonna actually work out of these sets. We're not gonna let you go 1-on-1. I'm gonna get it. When I see LeBron on the block, back to the basket, it's like, okay, yeah, he's finna get in his groove. He's finna find his little midi. He's finna overpower. He's finna get to the rim, and he's finna find these open shooters, and get these guys involved and get some movement going with the
and it's
ball.
easier to work in transition.
Yeah, that too.
Because I mean having everybody run
Hmm. Yeah,
that means a lot.
yeah.
Like, I mean, they were just talking about it. I think it was game five. I think it was that they were talking about this Lakers team is really good at pushing the ball up court,
Yeah.
and I mean that does say a lot about Luka and LeBron and Austin Reeves' passing ability,
Hmm.
but also these other guys just running.
Just running the
Like,
floor. Yeah.
and LeBron being able to be one of those guys who
Yep.
can just run, that helps a lot.
Yeah. And what we're getting from Marcus, averaging about 15, um, with 5.5 stocks per game, which is steals and blocks. He had two back-to-back 5 steal games, and I think game 4 and 5 or game 4 and 5, I believe, um, which is very good. The offensive pickup from him has been a bonus for us, especially in this series, and us losing those two big guys, those two stars when we did. But like I said, it was a very good series to watch. But yeah, shout out to the home team.
Not gonna lie though, hey, this next series for them is gonna be rough.
Oh, look! If we win a game, I'm gonna be real with y'all. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I'm gonna be real with y'all. Real with y'all. My
This next series is
my
gonna be
fandom
rough.
mind is telling me right now we pushed him to 7.
Oh my gosh.
That's my fandom mind. That's my fandom mind. But my realist mind, if we get a game, we won the championship. If we get a game,
Wow, wow,
to me, my house is lit. Just letting y'all know right now,
wow,
it'll be Cinco Day,
wow.
whatever day it is.
Are you
Nah,
doing five?
If
I
we
low
get
key
a
get that though. I
You
low key
doing
get
five?
that.
You doing a 5
Fireworks, barbecue.
y'all know if the Lakers win the game, just pop up to the house because it's going down. It's going down.
How
Like I'm
about have a
telling.
game? How about have a game to where they make a lose by single digits? How about
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I very well see a road where the Thunder
Yeah,
just win every single game by double digits,
right. I mean, hey, look,
like
I'm
12
not gonna
plus.
fight y'all. I'm not gonna fight y'all. Look, no,
oh,
people
wow.
lie, numbers don't. Like,
Yeah,
uh,
yeah.
it's just it is what it is. But I'm glad we got out the first round. Shout out to Brian and them guys. But yeah, very good series. Now, before we get up out of here, because there is not a lot for us to talk about other than that. Baseball season is too long. We'll catch up with y'all guys on that later on. But
Yeah.
Yeah,
we have
yeah.
we have a quick little game here that I would like you guys to participate in. We got a blind keep cut. So you're gonna keep 3 and cut 4, but it'll be blind. I'll give y'all one moment before y'all able to get the next moment. So we're gonna do poster dunks. Like,
Okay.
gonna do dunks. I'm gonna name some. Y'all gonna rank them, blind rank them, and we're just gonna go from there. So like I said, it's seven dunk moments. Y'all gonna keep 3, y'all gonna cut 4, and we're gonna do that blind. So we're just gonna start it off here. I'm gonna just start it off light. We got Gerald Green, the alley-oop windmill. I don't know if you guys remember that one.
Nah, I do.
Why can't you forget it?
Right, the four finger assassin went up and touched his head to the rim and windmill the alley-oop. Like, where are we putting that? Are we keeping or are we cutting that?
I say we cut that. I'm not gonna lie.
Cut that.
I think that's just replicatable.
Got you.
Man, not the height on that is not replicatable.
But you got to think about, we're only keeping 3.
He's looking into the rim, though, man.
We're only keeping 3.
Okay,
Okay.
No.
So we cut in Gerald Green. We got 3 cuts with 3 more. We got 3 keeps with 3 more cuts left. Let's go. D Wade with the spin bounce off where he spun and he dunked on Virgil. Y'all remember that?
Oh, that's gotta be a keep.
That gotta be a keep. What you
That's
thinking?
gotta be a keep.
Look, I think the one on Kendrick was just as good as that. I think of the
Okay, look. I got last pick. You could get this one. I'll ride with you on this one. If you don't want to keep it, we don't gotta keep it.
Let's keep it.
Okay, so we keeping D Wade dunk on Virgil. Okay, the next one, MJ on the baseline where he does the half spin and he dunks on Patrick Ewing.
Oh my God! He just sold our game. We only got one keep left.
I know. Keep.
You know how many more iconic dunks we have that he could be. We still got the DeAndre Ayton on Brandon Jennings. We still got or Brandon Knight. We still got any Blake Griffin dunk.
Hey.
We still got Jason Terry, LeBron.
His list may not even include those.
Right.
I'm saying what you gotta consider though.
Yeah, you gotta consider
these are
it.
things that you gotta consider.
What's the final answer on the MJ baseline on Patrick Ewing? We keeping that?
No, it wasn't on Patrick Ewing. It was on the whole Knicks team. What are you talking about?
Hey, bro, he got this one, bro. He got this.
All right, so I'ma just round up what we got so far.
J.R. Smith.
So y'all keeping D Wade on Virgil, keeping MJ on the baseline. Y'all,
I gave up on that one. I should have held my ground, but let's keep it moving.
All right. We have Deshaun Kemp, the point and dunk.
I'm fine with cutting that.
Okay. We got Vince Carter.
Oh my God!
360 windmill.
Oh my God!
We're done.
Be careful.
We got our 3. We
live in the same extravagant next.
So y'all keeping Vince Carter with the 360 windmill.
We have to,
because
bro.
I could even put Vince Carter's Olympic dunk in there.
Exactly. I don't know how Vince Carter didn't even cross my mind.
You could have did a whole 3 with just Vince.
Right.
Oh my gosh!
All right, so y'all keeping VC for y'all last keep?
We have to, bro.
All right. So for the last but definitely not least, we got Blake Griffin threw it down on Kendrick Perkins with the mean tomahawk.
It's not a dunk though, man.
It is a dunk. That is a dunk.
He put Kendrick Perkins through that rim.
I'm talking about through there.
Oh
He took him through there.
I knew some offline city had to be on the list.
Yeah,
I
bro.
knew it was coming.
Man, it's a big list though. That's a hard list to try to condense down into 7, just moments. But it's just a couple of ones that that are out there. But all good, man. So what we have are your 3 keeps were the MJ baseline, Vince Carter 360 windmill, and the D Wade on Varejao. I think the D Wade one y'all probably could have cut that one.
I think that's better than MJ's though.
But you know
That
what?
was almost off vert.
You shut your
That was
whore mouth.
almost off vert, and he dunked on a footer.
You shut your whore mouth. Don't you ever say
Man,
nothing like
man, I'm trying to tell you.
All right. Any closing arguments, yo? Any decent takes for these playoffs, or anything like that?
I got a question for y'all.
Shoot.
Who do y'all think is the greatest basketball prospect of all time
Prospect
coming out of the draft?
LeBron James.
You think he's a better prospect than Wemby?
Yes.
Are you looking at that in hindsight, or we're talking about coming out of the draft?
Coming out the draft, I think he's the best prospect.
What about you, Pops?
this is kind of difficult here.
Yeah.
Because you gotta think, Victor, I mean, you just go strictly off his size, and it's just like, okay, he could be, I mean, obviously he's something we've never seen before, but you kind of had to.
Prospect by Victor. I would go with Victor just by having to see this. You know what? I can't even go with that.
But you gotta think, even Braun was a prospect before he was in the draft pool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess it have to. I guess it have to be
16, they like, bro, could be in an All-Star game right now.
Yeah.
So,
But
I'd go Braun.
I'm not gonna say. I think Wemby is the best prospect of all time.
Hey, I'm not going. Hey, if you go
He's
there,
7'4". He
Come
can
on, bro.
shoot, dribble.
Nothing we've never seen before.
Like
We've never seen it.
he.
And
I
even if
think
somebody
if you're
did it-
drafting purely off ceiling, Wemby is the number 1 draft pick.
Okay.
If every player in NBA history is put into one draft pool, and you tell GMs you need to draft based off of who you think has the potential to be the best out of all of these guys, I think Wemby's the number 1.
I mean, you can't go wrong with a big man anyway.
Yeah.
That's the thing about
And
it.
I think
Big man,
a lot of people
way
has had Bron's build. They haven't been able to do the things Bron's been able to do with the build that he has, but I think a lot of people have had, Bron's build. But we've never seen no build like this from Wemby and the stuff that he's been able to do. So I like that. Well, that will wrap up our episode number 6 of our What's the Word series. And that is the word